Hello, Ollie Summers here, checking in for our constitutional law class with Colorado Christian University, week 2 assignment. Talking about a few different items here. And the first one is the misconceptions I had about the Constitution prior to the class. And this may sound silly, but actually I was unsure what the blend of the Declaration of Independence was versus the Constitution. And so I've already got a little bit of history on that from the prior week. So I got a little more clear on that. Also did some research on the Declaration of Independence, and I can see where the two of those blend together. So there were some things I had heard or thought of that I was confused on which document they belong to. And some things I don't understand about our system. I guess I'll speak to a couple of those. I don't understand how long things seem to take. Not only when it comes to passing laws, but also coming up with laws. It just seems really long to me. Don't understand why. I get that, it's a whole nation. You're trying to put something into effect. Oh, excuse me. But I just don't really understand that one. Things that I wish the founders had included in the Constitution is, again, going back to that first question, is I kind of wish there was more of a blend of the Declaration of Independence into the Constitution. And so what I see in the Constitution is, that is our document of how our nation is governed, which I understand that. However, I wish there was something in there that would have been like, this is how the people should act. Because I think what we're seeing now is more of the government acting outside of what the people maybe need. Certainly not what people want, but maybe need. And so I think that's hard to identify outside of like having wisdom and character and vision. And if our leadership doesn't have that, and they're basing it out of the Constitution, or manipulating or interpreting the Constitution wrong, or in harmful ways that don't meet people's needs and meet self-centered needs, I think it's a problem. And I just don't know how. I don't necessarily know a solution, but I wish that our founders would have put in there some regulatory things on our actions or behavior on the people rather than just the government. Because I think what's going to eventually happen is our people are going to get fed up, similar to what they saw with the original Declaration of Independence. I think eventually folks are going to get upset with the government if they haven't already, but probably more so in like a firm, affirmative type of action. My view of the appropriate method to which could be applied in interpreting the Constitution in courts. Well, I read that most of our court systems are based out of juries, and the juries, so the court has to like obey the law out of the Constitution, but the juries get to decide and present like a fair trial, which I get. What I don't get, which is really vague to do, but it's like, how do you do something that is the right thing to do? But it's not necessarily a law. For instance, in Texas, I'll say this, in Texas they have a law called the Castle Law, which if someone breaks into your home or threatens to, just threatens you inside your home, whether at gunpoint, knife point, just in your home, whatever, trying to burglarize you, hurt your family, whatever, you can kill that person, and that is not against the law. That is legal to shoot and kill anyone who comes into your home. However, now I live in Colorado. I don't think they have anything similar to that, but you would have to go to trial, although you were protecting your family from threat. So, again, like, what is the right thing to do? What is like this, like a situationally right thing to do, versus like what's in the law? Because it's against the law to shoot somebody. I get that, but is it against the law to take someone out if they're threatening your family and small children? You know, I have my opinions on that, but it'd be interesting to see what the court, how that would hold up in court if we were just go off taking a vote or who's right or who's wrong kind of thing. I'm sure we get mixed opinions on that for sure. Lastly, what other things would I like to add or address about the class and the materials? I actually am loving this. I'm really thankful that we get to study the Constitution. I love that I get this experience in law. I applied to law school before, and thank God I did not get in because it's not really something I wanted to do. But I really do love law, and certainly at this upper level of thinking. And so kind of like bigger picture thinking. Not that I'm like super smart, but just a big picture thinking. And yeah, so I'm glad I get to enjoy it. I would love to know more how this particular class plays into organizational leadership. So that would be good information for me to know with that material. Anyways, thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon.